Oh yeah, we're back. This time I'm playing an Ace Attorney trilogy. We are playing Ace Attorney Investigations Cringeworthy Edition. It has been a while since I played an Ace Attorney, but I might revisit these. I'm kind of itching for one, and very surprised that they released an Investigations. I heard that this was very limited, like in terms of language and just where you can play it. So check it out. Oh, is there multiple? Oh. So we have Investigations and Prosecutor's Gambit. Alright. Play with the new HD Chibi or the classic Chibi? I think, since I'm practically new, I'm going to stick with the new one. And we'll start with Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. Everything I hold is new. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. I think it's Edgeworth. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Oh, someone else. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. No! Oh. Okay, and right off the bat we are shown who's the killer. Damn. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. The prosecutor's building, 12th floor hallway. Ah, fucking Christ. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Oh. Door's unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What is this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh, for goodness sake. It's all a mess in here. What the? What's the meaning of this? Phrase! Oh, is it Gumshoe? Oh, okay. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve, committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Okay, and he just backs away, alright. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. Damn, take a look at this picture. It's 2:56 a.m. now. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective at the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle these murder cases for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine, however. Look what they did in your office. It's totally trashed. I'll say, culprits sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating and tutorials. Agreed. Wait, what was that last part? Anyways, our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. I'll keep my leads, or any information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. My big, brilliant mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? That's a good question. Put it in the front of your mind. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of these jangling keys. Oh, keys. Oh, wait, keys to your office? Okay, I guess that's important. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, you nincompoop, it should become clear to you. Logic? Sorry, that's beyond my pay, pal. By finding the connections between two people... Aren't you a fucking detective? Anyway, connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. Oh, so how do you do it? First, I recall the information we've gathered with the Q... Okay, the Q, and then I connect them together with the T. Ah, yes, now to use Q and record the facts. Oh, jeez, okay. Oh, my mind! Okay. Yes, connect the dots. Oh, hold on, okay, T. Eureka! For security reasons, all prosecuted doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss this location of this crime as mere coincidence. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the kill after? Oh, you're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to the conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well, and get a brain aneurysm. But if I think carefully before piercing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. Hi, prosecutor office, room 1202. Alright, the basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. Even your own pinky. Okay, well, anyways, I want to examine something. I simply use space when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Alright, let's check this. Oh, no, go back. I don't want to be in deep thought. Fuck, okay. I finished photographing the body, so it should be over to examine this area. Ugh, okay. I won't rest until I've investigated every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Why is there fucking blood on his crotch?
There's blood all over his lower abdomen area.
It looks...
Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir, or his dick.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
What the fuck else? I mean, of course we're gonna do that. You think we're gonna just leave this decaying body? Anyways, are you going to be okay keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I'd have to press the E button to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Okay, what about here?
Your files are all over the floor, sir.
It probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
Okay. Oh, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Oh, well, I water the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it's sparkled.
Does he have a life? Okay, well... Oh, wait, hold on, what's this?
I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all.
Problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Oh, hold on. What does that say? That... Okay, I'm not going to say that out loud. What do we have here?
Hey, I think I've seen one of these before.
Yes, it's a fucking wallet, detective. It's a police badge. Oh, wait, it's a police badge.
Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky-dink.
Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. Oh shit, okay, so we have a dead cop. That's not good. Alright. What about here?
Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for you when you got back. I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you weren't interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to test my mental acuity much. Let's check out the gun here. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes.
Talk about a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Get the fuck out of my way, Gumshoe. Nope, stand right here. There we go. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I think I've seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me here as to where?
Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think.
How... Detective, how do you not know that?
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Okay, good to know. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Okay, guess I'll put some logic together. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay. No? Okay. I'm really bad at this, sorry guys. Okay, so victim was a... Okay, and signs of a struggle. Bruh, okay. Okay, the revolver and... Oh, okay, victim was a detective. That doy. He's a detective. There we go. A revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to a recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Oh, excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edwards, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster.
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Okay. Let's see, what else can we find out about this revolver? As I always say, we've got to look really carefully at each... Oh, wait.
As I always say, you've got to look really careful at each piece of evidence. You can use the fingers to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. And then use your wrist to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty.
Okay. Let's see, let me just look at the barrel of the gun. There we go. Okay. Hold on, alright. Looks like only one round was fired from this.
Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Jim! Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh.
That's actually what he is.
Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night.
Sure. Just in a blood-stained suit, pal.
Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting nuts? Sorry. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm always a prosecutor.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. Totally not a dick.
So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! The fuck are you on about?
Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? Calm down.
I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... Oh shit, I'm not sure what that means actually.
So it was you then, you're Jim's killer.
No way, pal, you've got it all wrong.
Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. Just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. Sir. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. I don't think that's appropriate. I should probably give them some space. Alright, yeah, actually.
Oh, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor?
It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your I can't speak today, debut? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster.
It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here.
Huh. Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective? There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Thank God I actually don't know what the actual contradiction is. I just said it out loud. Must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods. I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my detective skills come into play. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press T with the... Okay. I'm going crazy. When I found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Ah, yeah, there's only been 2 shots. There's only been 1 shot in the revolver. This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first fell the victim. And the second fell this frame.
Hey, that's right.
However, this gun was only fired once.
Hey, that's true.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight?
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes?
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Oh, it's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. And mangas.
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way.
Roger that. Well, talk about dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. But when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So, what's inside Miss Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
I won't rest until I have inspected every piece of evidence, looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad, don't you find it a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down Queen. Okay. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally, calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Okay. So... maybe it's this? Yep, there we go. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Eureka! There is a possibility that the file was displayed on the floor, or not a result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm going to shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure. Yeah, let's give that a try. Okay. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And? So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help.
So this file goes here, that goes there.
You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay? Done.
Ooh. It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
No shit. Bloodstains on the bookshelves are still fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf.
And then the guy fell over the floor, right? Blood on the floor kinda grossing me out. Ugh.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Yeah, wait, why is there two fingers? Yeah, well, first off,
the victim's handprints.
He must have tried to support himself with his hands before or after being shot.
There are prints on the floor, too.
This must have been made when unable to stay standing. He dropped to the floor. What's this?
This is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh?
A bullet to be lodged so squarely in the file spine indicates that the file was ransacked after the shooting had occurred.
I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. I put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves.
I wonder if they found what they were looking for.
I wonder if they found what they were looking for. Sorry, Gumshoe, get out of my head. It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot.
Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it.
That would be the logical conclusion. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. Blood on this guy's
pants proves that pretty well.
In a sense, I suppose.
See? I'm not completely useless, Miss Edgeworth.
Well, hold on. Wait, but that doesn't make sense though. He got shot once, but the bullet is right here, so why are there fingerprints? Yeah, hold on.
I don't really see what's...
Therein lies the contradictions.
Miss Edgeworth, I think you're going crazy.
It wasn't a mistake. That was me keeping you on your toes, detective. Okay, then the bullet hole, I guess? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, but, okay. I know the answer is that I hate... This is the one thing I don't like about the Ace Attorney, is that even though there are different ways you could go about it, like, we know that the victim was shot down here. Okay. But how the hell does he have blood up here? There's no way he could have... There's no way he could have been bleeding up here. Unless, like, he was down here and then reached up to try and get up. So, I guess for now, let's... Oh, oh. There we go.
Oh, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir.
Killer's gonna pay this tea set.
Yikes, you're really mad about this.
This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. Costs more than your whole month's paycheck.
What? No, I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks.
May I have a word with you? Please, I need absolute silence. Dusting for prints at a crime scene is a most sacred process. Man loves his job. Maybe a bit too much. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers?
The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockworks for you. Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy.
Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are the thorns.
Wendy, is that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stalked?
That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Ugh. Alright. I hope we can resolve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on the sofa.
That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir?
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end.
You know, once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. So tiny that it looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh, yeah. That thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous.
Don't tell me you had no other work for the entire time I was away, detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
That's harsh, sir.
I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay.
Oh, it's your trophy. The, Knight of Prosecutors, right?
King of prosecutors, and it's not a trophy, it's a shield.
They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometimes.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. And then finally, the samurai. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show.
What's it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Odo Tokyo is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai. Along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives it presence.
You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy?
Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. That conversation lasted longer than expected. Let's return to the investigation. It's totally a fanboy. Let's talk to him. Mr. Portsman, a word if I may. Oh, Jim, your laugh, your smile. I'll never be able to joke around with you again. But don't you worry, Jim. I'll joke around enough for the both of us. You'll see. He's not listening at all. This Portsman is off on his own little world, it seems. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Yeah, there's... Okay, let's try this again. No, okay. Jesus. Maybe if I...
You called, sir?
Let's present him something.
I had no idea you were one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Miss Edgeworth. Feel like I've caught a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edgeworth.
There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least, I hope so.
Just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to arrest it.
Is that the only talents you have? Oh, wait. So, any keen insights, detective?
Well, I noticed that you haven't found anything odd about the crime scene yet. That's unlike you, sir. If you spot anything that seems off, you should check it out. All you have to do is line the cursor over where you see a contradiction, and press T. You know, tutorial. Pick the piece of evidence that does the job and present it with T, sir. It's that easy.
And I suppose you've spawned something already, which is why you explained all this.
Not really. But hey, that's what you're here for, Miss Edgeworth. To find them all in a jiffy.
Beaming with overconfidence as he none too subtly cries for assistance. Okay. So... here's the thing. I can obviously see that he wrote something here. I guess I have to. Yeah, there's something wrong. Something wrong with this picture. Another handgun. No? Really? I have to... I mean, it has to be that, right? Oh, jeez. I'm gonna look like an idiot for failing the tutorial. Okay, how about... No? Okay. Do I have to seriously... Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Bullet went through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05. Okay, is it the safe? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back. Ugh, this is ridiculous. Oh my god. Ah. Is there anything else other than the bookshelf? Okay. No. Oh my god, this is getting ridiculous. Is it the bullet? I'm the dumbest prosecutor there is. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to load scum. Okay, so here's I'm gonna talk to myself out loud. So there was a struggle, I assume. Well, hold on. Victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands before. Right. So here's the thing. He got shot right here, though. That has to be the contradiction, though. Okay. So I was right about... Okay. Let's see how he explains this. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. Yes, that's... Thank you, game. That is exactly what I was basically saying. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much up higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
Then that means... Wait, what does that mean?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that a current contradiction was born. Yeah, position of the handprints. Position of the handprints is what's causing this problem. We wouldn't be in this dilemma if the handprints were closer to the ground. The handprints are where they are, up top. Yes, you are quite perceptive. Oh, I read that wrong. Yes, you are quite perceptive, which is why this is not a viable hypothesis.
Oh, so it was just a what if? Then what's the right answer?
You still can't figure it out. And for allow me to explain.
Yes, please, sir.
Guess he didn't notice the slip-up, although at this point I shouldn't be be surprised. It's not that? What? Okay, is it the position of the body? If the victim was shot while he was lying down...
Wait, did you just say that line of reasoning is illogical, sir? You said the victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot.
I was trying to be nice and explain my complex logic in an easier way for you, detective.
Oh, really? Thanks for thinking.
Oh my god. What? The order of the files? What? I'm so lost now. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. I'm just dumb. No, he's right. No, so basically what I think he's trying to say is that, yeah, we put them in the wrong order. So this one should be like up top here, 1 should be there, 2, and then 3. Gotcha.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels of the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those all doing down all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith, and then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceed to shoot the victim.
Well, why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime, but why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be.
And we figured out that the killer went through your bookshelf twice.
Indeed, there are many things the killer did that didn't make sense. To figure out the whys, we need more information. Nope. There we go. This.
What is that? What? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood?
I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Miss Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after? Alright. Oh, thank God, I got a health bar back. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words are more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw into his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do?
What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with his technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain to me?
Might as well. Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer and then present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I must use T. The T pose.
It's not like there's going to be a flaw in the testimony every time, right?
Correct, and at those times I need to press the witness with my finger. Sometimes by pressing the finger, I can draw new information and new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during the investigations, too.
Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letter his body was hiding. It will be hit by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with the credible evidence. Alright. We're just gonna press everything for now.
Hold it!
You know there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly?
But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name.
Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. He talks about the victim like he was his pet. That's kind of fucked up.
Hold it!
Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? Because if I was going to steal anything, it'd be that samurai.
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle.
Well, have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal? Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but...
Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no? Okay.
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway.
Hold it!
Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. I can't say I disagree with him on that point.
Why don't you say something, sir?
No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloodied letters, and I can prove it with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. Okay, let's present something. Yeah, no, I don't think he would have missed that, especially when he sees like something like this.
Objection!
Thank God, I got it right. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsmouth, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bringing a bit of the courtroom to this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about, pal? You're joking, I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
What? That's impossible.
What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on the shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters and the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean, the S is gone and there's only half an H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message?
It's the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to put this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time.
Well, Mr. Portsman. Brilliant! Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Meh. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Let everyone so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
Ah, but you know it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is this time? Oh, you still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. But Miss Edgewood just proved that I'm innocent, pal.
Let me strip. No, I'm not gonna strip. That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Okay. Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with a key to this office? One other person? Hey, you there.
Yes, sir. What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch an escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No. Stop it, pal. Don't!
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
Ugh.
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir?
Maggie.
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building.
What?
If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room.
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handles, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. Pose. God, I'm so hot. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Oh, fuck. Jeez. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as her prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. The actual fucking... No, so you're telling me that she used the master key. Incredibly incriminating evidence, bro. Wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the... Man, this is the most retarded thing I've ever heard so far. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. Also, you can't say that, you get fucking canceled. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. Wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Miss Porter... God, I can't speak. Fuck my mind. Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Haha, I'm so hot. Alright.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
You can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Yeah, of course. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Did not just say it'd be a waste of time. We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? Did you fucking lose it? Well, I mean, yeah, but as in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. You fucking left the... Goddamn, what kind of fucking security guard are you? You left the window open. Mr. Portsman, I believe this is to be important piece of testimony, don't you? Yeah, I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. God, I'm so fucking hot. I'm not lying, sir. Stop fucking doing that. You can't tell me what to do. If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. Quote unquote. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. Except for that one time. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal. Trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. I mean, one time...
Can you shut the fuck up? Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. What a waste of fucking time.
But... you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edwards' office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? God, I'm so hot. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Let's press this again.
Hold it!
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with the little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe... Hey, good thinking. Asking for my opinion on the matter. Fuck's sake. Wouldn't it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence without posing sexually, sir?
Hold it!
I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? No, don't make that face. See? There goes the truth, running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and let's see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. But we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? I mean, if so, then I hope you understand what I say. That since she is the only one who could have opened your office door.
Hold it!
Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master keys? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. I'll have you know I have never made a spare, so what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would.
Hold it!
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors.
Really? I never knew I was so talked about. Sir. Right? Good? Is it good?
We're holding our collective breath, you know. For when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force.
Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, you fucking idiot. Of course not. That's hogswash.
Ooh, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. I can't fucking die in prison.
I would love to, but first we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying. And press him for more information. Okay, so we pressed him enough. Pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Her intent from the messed up shelves to wipe down the safe. I'd say thief. Wait. So then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect, on top of which she knows her good detective, doesn't she? Making all of that more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. That she was the one who faked the dying message? Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me look at the evidence. So... we have the master key. It was stolen from the security office. Can open every office door. One of the files that were written up in blood was stolen. they know of them? Prints were wiped. Hmm. Her intent was the messed up shelves, the wipe down save, I'd say thievery. Okay. So he's saying that her intent was whatever was inside the shelf. Oh, this is kind of hard. Oh, hold on, but why was the detective there, though? That's the big question. Let's press on that. Hold on. Can I not press about that? No. Press on it? Oh, wait, no. No, I was wrong on that.
You're no good when you're all flustered.
Man, you're stupid. How'd it come to this? Calm down, Miles. Listen carefully and think everything through a bit more rationally. Okay, I mean, if the detective isn't the one who opened the door, intent for the messed up shelves. I mean, yeah, she could have used the master key. I mean, could we use the fact that it was stolen? No, of course not. Yeah, all that more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Why would he? God, this game is actually kind of hard for me. But why would she do that?
Objection!
Oh, I thought I got that. Her intent was thievery. Oh, this is difficult.
So let's a dying message, you mean the bloody letters spelled gumshoe for you. Persuade him again?
Hold it!
There's a theory.
Hold it! Hold it!
It's missing at 1 a.m. Okay.
Objection!
Clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It's obvious that Miss Bird snuck into the room using the master key. It's the master key to every office in the building. Damn, nothing. Absolutely nothing on here. Huh. Wait, didn't we just prove, though, that she didn't steal anything? Oh wait, no. It's not there, though. What could it be? What could it be? I really don't want to cheat. I mean, I got like 4 or 5 guesses before I flunk it, but God. Her intent, the messed up shelves, the wipe down safe, I'd say thievery. Love to, but first we should listen a bit. There's only so much evidence I have to press with. Oh, E. Yeah, it does seem like it says gumshoe. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into the room using the master key. Okay, she could have probably... maybe her tent. The messed up shelves, the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. Okay, I can't really debate against that. If the Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves that only Miss Bird as her prime suspect. On top of which, she knows her good detective, doesn't she? Yeah, she does. I won't refute that. Making all that more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. That she was the one... But there's blood on here. Hold on.
Objection!
No? Okay. She couldn't have. This can open every office door. It was stolen from the security office. Each prosecutor has one in their office, only they know of them. Prints were wiped. Body was found at around 2:05. However, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. I'm really tempted to look at the answer for this one, but, hold on, let's press these again. Do you think it's a bit early to jump conclusions? Are you... Don't make spares. I guess you should know better than suggest.
Hold it!
I'm gonna have to keep pressing him. That's
Hold it!
only one person. Yeah. Is missing at 1 a.m., but we can't prove that she quote-unquote lost it.
Objection!
No? Okay. Okay, so not the gun. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Already presented that. Okay.
Objection!
Oh, Jesus. Alright, fine. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna have to cheat. Because otherwise I'm gonna get stuck here forever. Hold on. I swear to God, if it's something so stupidly obvious. No. Okay, hold on. Yada yada yada, Portsman's, intent from the messed up shelves. Wait a minute. You gotta be kidding me, hold on. The safe?
Objection!
Oh my God, alright. Alright, apparently it's a safe. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecute. Oh. Right. My God, my simpleton mind. My God, Edgeworth, you are such a fucking... you're a genius. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But... Well, she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprits knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Jesus, why? What made you...
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him I filled him in on the secret safes.
That means...
Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office.
which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, you are honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Edgewood's office.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But, sir...
We have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? Okay. Oh, I can't believe... Well, I hate myself for not putting that 2 and 2 together, because Edgeworth is right. No one else would have known about the safe other than the prosecutors, which means that Bird would have never known about it. But I would have also agreed with Portsman that maybe she stumbled upon it. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to save that. Okay. But overall, this is a pretty... I mean, it's kind of different from the normal Ace Attorneys I'm used to, but I'm enjoying it, and it's really making my brain rack. Really think. But yeah, I'm gonna have to stop right here though, because I gotta go to sleep and I gotta go to work. Yep. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll be posting this series onto YouTube. It's basically the same thing. It's General Crunchy. So if you're interested and you want to watch the whole video, I'll be uploading in there. But until then.